This is Juliet, and today I would like to talk about a subject that is pretty difficult for many people. It's about debt. So, what kind of debt are we talking about today? I'm not meaning to talk about the debt that is investments that are creating cash flow for you, because that is considered a good debt. But we're talking about the debt that can be from credit cards or consumer credits or something where you had to take a loan to get your studies through. Sometimes your own house can also be a debt that can be quite heavy and difficult to manage for yourself. So it's the kind of debt that is making you feel disempowered, that can create just shame, where you feel like a loser with your money. That are the harsh words that I hear from my clients. And that can create a lot of anxiety and fear around the subject. So where this debt is on their minds regularly and quite constantly, you can say. So what might be the reasons for this? Often when we get to this kind of debt, it is because, of course, first of the fact, we're spending more than we are actually earning. But it can also be an investment that has gone wrong from a business failure or a painful divorce where you lost this money and now you feel resentful. It's quite a common theme, by the way. And so it is a painful subject to look at. And sometimes people just want to avoid it, don't look at it and say, hey, this just keeps going. It's going to be keeping paid and, don't look at it at all. But unfortunately, this is not the way that it's going to work out to make it better for you, unfortunately. And on top of this, of having already this difficult experience with debt, people like to beat themselves up over it and saying, why am I not taking action? Why am I not doing anything to change the situation, to improve it, to lessen the debt? But of course, as we spoke about in the other video about savings, it can also be completely conditional programming, that it is normal for you to think that every normal person has debt. So it is normal to spend more than you earn. So you need to take up more and more debt to actually buy that stuff or do that experience that you think is completely necessary. So there's a lot of conditional programming there as well. But unfortunately, burying your head in the sand and just waiting for something to happen will not bring you a solution. So what could be the first steps to be taken in the direction of making it happen, to change that picture, to change that situation? Because these are all valid and real reasons that are going to hinder you taking action. What we first need to do is attack the mindset, to understand what impact it is having on your behavior, on your actions. So I would suggest a little exercise to you. If you're willing to do it, I would just ask you to close your eyes for a second, just for a little moment. And I would like you to try to imagine that you're standing in front of your family, in front of your work colleagues, maybe your boss, people you're trying to impress, by the way. And imagine that you're well-dressed and well-groomed. You're standing in front of everybody, and let's say even on a stage, so it's a little bit elevated. Everybody can see you very well, hear you very well. And you're standing there in your very stylish, groomed self, and you're announcing to all of those people, I have, $500,000 of debt. And it makes me feel like a loser. What is the reaction? What are you feeling in your body right now? What about the audience? What are they saying or doing? What about the voices in your head? What are they telling you right now? Okay. I'll ask you to come back. So, why did I want you to do this exercise? because the feeling in your body is the way you react to how you're exposing this dirty little secret to the world. What I often hear is people who want to just shrink, to hide, run away, to get off the stage as quickly as possible. And it is this feeling of, oh my God, I'm such a loser. I'm not even making it happen. Quite harsh words, I know, but this is the shame that is being expressed in their own words. Then the audience, what are they saying? The audience can be very judgmental. The audience can be laughing. The audience can be shocked, whatever it is. And what the audience represents is actually our own projections of how we perceive the reaction to be. So if they are very judgmental, it can be ourselves who are being very judgmental towards a person who has that much of debt, and you're directing it towards yourself. Then the third one was the voice in your head. So this voice in your head is really the conditioning that you have obtained ever since, as we spoke about in childhood or around the rules of money. The voice might be saying, are you crazy? What are you saying? Why are you exposing yourself? You should never do this. And why aren't you a better money manager? Why aren't you taking charge of this? Why aren't you making things happen? So all of these voices, you can say the feeling in your body, the reaction of the audience, the voice in your head, are giving you very, very clear clues about how your mindset is wired towards this debt that you're carrying. It is a way that you will react when you try to address this issue. It's going to be very hard because this is a painful issue. And if it is based on a business failure, or where you lost a lot of money, or you invested naively maybe, or in a divorce where you lost a lot of money, it can be very hard to look at, and it will avoid you taking charge of the subject. The first step in taking action is knowing where the blockages are. And so if this has already opened the eyes for you and you would like to take it further, or if you need more clarification, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to do a clarity strategy session with you, where we could really dig deep into what is blocking you from actually taking action. And we can also find the ways to clear them away. Believe me, it is possible. Clear them away so that you can look at it as a problem to be solved, and not just an emotion to be just, you need to flee, that needs to be suppressed. But to take action, look at it like a puzzle that needs to be solved, and finding a solution on the other side of having that picture, of feeling relieved, of feeling like a good money manager, and also having, of course, more liberty in your own mind to take action for other things. This is it for today. Thank you for watching, and talk to you soon.